Good morning, good morning, good morning. Here. All right. Good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Take just a minute here, make sure everything's working just exactly right. And then we're gonna get going here. Alright, got that. Alright. Think. Give me just one sec here. We're going to be taking a look at the German destroyers today. That's what you guys voted for. Alright. I think we got everything working just exactly right. Welcome everyone, welcome. Got Steven, Phase Roll, Vanguard Tips, Shadowblade, Heck 3, what's up everyone? Welcome, welcome, Redline Savage. Stylo's in the house. Alright, I think I got everything set up here. I was gonna check, I don't think... What's up, Jayski? Alright. Alrighty, let's get rolling here. So we're going to be taking a look at the German destroyer tech tree today. Sorry, I was planning on having a couple days off last week that I was hoping to stream for, or stream during, but that didn't happen. Ended up working about 7 days in a row, so... What do we got here? 5. Oh, promotion orders. Thought that was an insignia for a second. Alright. How's everyone doing today? So we'll take a look at the German commanders first for destroyers. Gaede's good, yep, can't disagree there. Alright, so your options, Sheer, Deutsche Dewey as I call them. The generics actually are decent for destroyer builds. You just want to go down this line right here. And probably put that one on if you have Sheer, if you don't have the other guys. Von Spee I got with the G101 Alpha, which we'll take a look at, Tier 3 destroyer. This guy, if you're going to run the German destroyers as torpedo boats, I think he's the better option. And Yeah, I'd probably set it up like I have here. This one apparently is bugged right now. It's not. It says at the highest mastery level you gain reduced mobility with the disabled engine. Supposedly that works right now, so until they fix that, this is probably the better option. But it's not supposed to work. I mean, at like level 1, you can still move with the disabled engine, I guess is why it's bugged. Other than that, I'd run this. Again, for me, German destroyers are on the spectrum of left to right, going from gunboats to torpedo boats. I'd put USN destroyers, then German destroyers, then UK destroyers, then Japanese destroyers. Again, the United States destroyers being the most gunboat centric, Japanese being the most torpedo boat centric. If you want to shift this over a little bit more towards focusing on torpedoes, which is viable, von Spee is the better option. Bay is more of a gunboat commander, and he's a very strong commander anyways, especially for his trait, which reduces the detectability of destroyers by quite a bit, 0.3% per level. What's up, Joad? How you doing? So, this is my preferred commander for the German destroyers, again, because in my opinion they should be played more as gunboats. Obviously I've published a lot of German destroyer videos recently, so you've probably seen this build, but I do run Swirsky, who also reduces concealment. His reduces ship concealment, so it's only 0.25% per level. Not as strong as Bay's, but by running both of these guys, you get a very strong concealment rating, which is comparable almost to like the IJN destroyers or any other destroyer. I also have Gurren, which I understand most people don't have. He came with the Gremyashi. He will be available once the Soviet line is released, probably early next year would be my guess. I like this one. It increases the AP penetration. German AP is very strong, but it has kind of suspect penetration values, so by using him, again, I only have him level 9, and I don't really have the ability to upgrade him because I have other priorities at the moment, but at level 9 you get 3.15% enhanced AP penetration. I would run the build like this. This is kind of cutting down the reload time, which kind of goes against my saying it's a gunboat, but what is this doing? I mean, it's... Yeah, I don't know, actually, this is interesting. Oh, it's cutting down the reload time. Yeah, so never mind. I thought it said adding to the reload time briefly. So yeah, I mean, this is enhancing your guns. This one, I don't necessarily think it's horrible. It does increase the detectability, which is kind of cutting into my philosophy with this build. I just go up with a straight up concealment rating. This one I don't really... this one was actually the one I was planning on using before the line launched. You get 2 additional sonar charges and then they cycle quicker, but they're shorter duration. So I haven't really... I initially started playing with this, but then I went to more of a concealment focus. But I might play with this more later and then do another video on that build if it's successful. Twist and Track's valuable. It allows you to know the location of the closest ship, which is helpful in hunting destroyers. You'll see as we play these boats, I generally play them as destroyer hunters, cap contesters, so that's a strong perk here. Torpedoes are decent on these German destroyers, but not the focus, so I don't really care to enhance the torpedo characteristics. And the range is alright, so I'm not that concerned with that one. I think Twist and Track's the strongest. This one you can go either way. I mean, the smoke is a liability for the German destroyers, so this helps it a little bit. That's why I'm running that. And then, again, this skill is currently bugged, so I'm using this. I'd probably stick with this anyway. I don't like this one because it reduces the movement speed, which is pretty important for destroyers. Gives you a little bit more HP, but again, I don't know. It's not horrible, I guess, but it's a minor boost to either of them. So those are my builds. Yeah, I mean, if you run the German destroyers as gunboats, I'd use Bay, torpedo boats, von Spee. If you don't have either, run Deutsche Dewey. And we'll just top right into it here. I think I probably have to purchase a couple of these lower tier ships again. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I got the... I'll have to get the tier 2. How do I buy that? Kohlberg. Why haven't I sold the Kohlberg is the real question. Alright, we'll buy this. And go ahead and sell the Kohlberg because I'm not planning. I think I bought this. Didn't we do the... I think we did German cruisers last time, so that's probably why I still have this. Go ahead and sell that. Might as well sell the Dresden. I don't think you actually get money for the... Yeah, you don't get anything back, but clears up the slots. Did I miss inspirations? Yeah, I'm running Bay with Gurren, who's enhances AP penetration for destroyers, and then Swirsky. So I'm in 2 not widely available commanders on this build. Alright, so we'll start off with the V-25. That's a tier 2 destroyer. You'll see when we play this, it's a tiny ship. It's very hard to hit. So that's kind of an interesting aspect of this. Tiers 2 through 3, they have forward launching torps, which you'll see. Again, another interesting aspect of these. These low tier German destroyers are a lot of fun. And again, when I play low tier islands, I don't even know what this map is. When I play low tier games, I don't usually play too much strategy. Just kind of jump in and see what happens. But thanks everyone for tuning in. I appreciate that. If you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, that kind of helps promote the stream on YouTube, so that helps me out quite a bit. I'd appreciate that if you take the time. Let me know how the audio is, voice compared to game audio. It's very hard for me to tell based on how I'm setting. Oh yeah, this map. This is an interesting one. I'm not that familiar. But anyway, look at this ship. It's extreme. I mean, it's hard to hit this thing, from what I recall. But here's this little rainbow-shaped white line. That's that twist and track perk I was talking about. That's showing the location of the nearest ship. No music. I got the game volume kind of turned down a little bit in an effort to balance the sounds. All good. Okay. Yeah, just keep me posted if it kind of gets out of whack or whatever. Let me know. So early on, I'm just kind of trying to scout here. I mean, I guess we should probably contest.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
We only have 8 ships. Might as well just go ahead and... Oh, here's these forward-firing launchers you'll see. A lot of low-tier ships just sail in straight lines, so you might as well just launch your torps right at them. We might as well go try and contest C, though. What's up, Cole? Four destroyers, I mean, we should assume there's someone... There is. Wickus. Now these low, I think tier 2 and 3 are really high floaty shells, so it's something to keep in mind. But the guns are decent. Fast cycling torps, you can see we already have them loaded. I think he's going behind the island. Alright, he's trying to capture. And getting these torps in the water, you don't necessarily need to worry if they hit or not. It's just added things for them to think about. I did smoke up there, so this torp is last known position. A lot of destroyers over here. Some more torps in the water. I don't... I'd rather just try and get rid of this guy. I'm gonna switch to AP, smoke up. A lot going on over here. German smoke kind of destroys or deploys slowly, so you're often gonna sail through it. He's dead, alright. Oh. What do they ram each other?
Smoke screen set.
Alright. So I don't really have to do much work this game, apparently. So I'm just gonna kind of let the situation reset. We have pretty much their entire team right here. Or literally their entire team right here. I guess I can poke out and scout and see if I can spot some of these guys from my team. But I don't want to get in a situation where I'm taking on 4 ships by myself. We do have all our torps loaded here. Let's see if that hits or not. Yeah, we got him. There we go. Oh, shit.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Probably gonna die here, but it's not the end of the world, I guess. And we probably do have our torps up. Get that in. He's trying to ram me, apparently. It's gonna hit it. Yep, he got me. Chilling after a hard day. I appreciate you hanging out. So, I think we're probably going to win that one. I mean, tier 2 is obviously a pretty goofy tier. But we ended up doing a couple kills, 35k damage or whatever, so not too bad. I'll show you guys the G103, or G101 Alpha. It's a tier 3 premium I got for being part of the alpha test. It's another similar ship. I think it's, let me check the stats so I can give you guys a rundown on it. Let's see how it compares. So it's got the most HP at the tier. Same 105mm guns. Yeah, really good AP damage if you can get the shells to launch or hit. Yeah, it's pretty comparable to the V170, I think. I thought there was an advantage to the ship, but maybe... Oh, it's the fastest ship at the tier 35.5. I don't know, it's kind of a goofy ship, but I figured I'd show it to you guys since most people don't have it. I did want to mention the memberships too. I don't think we had any new members this week to shout out, but I get a lot of people asking me ways to support the channel. There's 2 options. There's that join button down by the subscribe button for either $1.99 or $4.99 a month. You can become a member. The $4.99 a month option, I do special videos for that group that are only available to them. So if that's something you're interested in, you can investigate it there. Bertov, what's up? Good to see you streaming. Yeah, I was planning on streaming a lot last week, and then my shit kind of hit the fan on my job, so I ended up working quite a bit more than I was planning on. What's up, Owen? Can I stream later in the day? It just depends on my schedule, man. Interesting looks on the WoWs console. Yeah, it's a different look. I think it kind of... I actually prefer the look of this game better. There's aspects of both versions. I never played the PC version, but I've watched a fair amount trying to learn about the game, so it's a different game, but similar aspects to both of them. But yeah, well, I just gotta kind of stream around my availability on my days off and stuff like that, so what's up, Vector? I got a lot of viewers in Europe, and this is kind of evening time for them. And then, obviously, a lot of them, people in America, and if they can watch at work, cool. Otherwise, the replays do post roughly about an hour after the stream's over, and then a lot of people go ahead and watch that later. Subs officially announced. Yeah, on the PC version, I've watched like a game or 2 of the gameplay. It looks interesting. What's up, Devil Dog? How you doing today? We'll see. I really don't want them to add carriers unless they get them working properly, and subs, I haven't watched enough to see how they look. Obviously, they haven't officially been released yet, so it's tough to formulate a strong opinion. Alright, so when you're contesting caps, especially in situations where you got like an island or something blocking, you want to be paying attention to your capture area bar there. 2 seconds in, I was able to tell that there's another ship in there. I can look on the map. There's no ship detected in here, so it's probably a destroyer. And you can deduce that by how long it takes them to get in there and stuff. So that's all important information. What's DD, Captain? I run Bay on these. I run like a gunboat build on the German destroyers. Alright, so I'm looking at this radio detection icon, trying to figure out where this destroyer is. I think I do accrue XP the longer I'm in this contested capture point. I'm not 100% sure that. If you're playing capture the base mode, keep in mind that you do get points for your team by sitting in a contested capture point. Or the enemy's point, I should say. Let's see what he's doing. There he is. Shit. Switched ammo types by accident. That might cost me my life. We'll see.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
This guy's just... kind of like willingly sailed into those torps. I'm gonna switch to AP since this Kuba's beach right there. I might be able to hit a citadel if I can clear this island.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
These low tier German destroyers, I mean, these aren't even really doing any damage, doesn't look like, so. You gotta keep an eye on what your shells are doing with these things. If you're not getting penetrations, then just switch back to HE. Looks like he's probably gonna eat a torp there. Nice. Yeah, you don't need to be in a hurry in these situations when you're contesting caps early. I see a lot of players just kind of trying to go for it. Looks like we did scare that destroyer out of there, so we will capture this. Just take your time, be methodical about it, and, you know, securing the objective is the main thing. I think this is the one that red team started with. Oh, they got back on it. So if you can flip the one where the enemy starts...
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Try and get this guy out of here without dying myself. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and damage con. You got a 30-second cooldown on destroyer damage con. And I'm just kinda let the situation reset here for a second, so. Or I guess it's 45 seconds. You don't earn points in the cap. No, I understand that for the team score. I'm talking about XP. Maybe you don't. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. Königsberg's a real valuable ship, so that's unfortunate. You don't really want to lose that ship there. Good to see you, Nunda. Thanks for tuning in. So that East Kaze, I think, was right over here. If we can spot him and get rid of him, that'd be nice. There he is. No, it's a Kumo ship. And he does have torps, so this could be the end. There we go. Just gonna get around this island if I can. Alright, he didn't get him off, so that was lucky. And here comes this son of a bitch. Just trying to get away from him. He's gonna try and torp me. A lot of low tier destroyer players just overrely on torps, but he can definitely kill me from here. Yeah, there's the torps. And shit, I did not want to back up. So that's the end of this game. And that's kind of roughly how you have to play the objectives on this map. It's going to be a lot of close quarter combat. Destroyers, cruisers, don't get afraid to get in there. What you definitely don't want to do is concede the caps right away to the enemy team. I mean, they have all three now, so even if we were even on ships, we would definitely lose this game, but it doesn't look like my team was able to do that there. You think you do gain XP for blocking points? Yeah, I don't... It's tough to say until we get a detailed end screen for sure, but I suspect you do. I suspect you get points for the island jumped out in front of you. I mean, I hit it. I was trying to pull around it. What you got to understand when people are torping you like that and you're close to an island is the torps have to go in a straight line, obviously. So if you can kind of bend around there, you can quickly take yourself out of the firing path of those torps. But unfortunately, I did hit it nose on, and then I accidentally hit the reverse button. If I could have hugged it, I would have had a slight chance, but it looked like he did launch a second salvo that bended more around it, so I think I was going to die either way there, but can't get your team to support aggressive pushes. I mean, yeah, there's not much you can do about your team, unfortunately. It's very frustrating if your team concedes the game within the first 3 minutes by letting them take all the capture points. I mean, yeah, that sucks when that happens, but I don't know if that happened in that game. I wasn't paying that close attention. I think our team just got slaughtered, so you can only control what you can control. Those islands need to watch where they're going, yeah. No, like I say, I was attempting to use the island to my advantage, but I just ended up not being further back, as far back as I thought I was. Alright, so what are we in? V-170. This is a similar ship to the G-101 that we just saw. Again, you still have these... This is the last ship that has these forward-firing arcs, which are kind of fun. I think, now that the ships are in the game for a while, I think a lot of people know to expect it, but when the G-101 was available for the first 5 months or whatever before the Germans actually released, there's a lot of an element of surprise when you were torping people and it didn't look like you were torping because you weren't pointing sideways at them. This is a problem here because I can't turn to the right, I can't turn away from this guy. And I have AP loaded.
Generator started.
What I'm talking about right here, this is a bad position to go to right off the bat. And there's a decent chance I'm going to die because of it. Because I can't disengage by turning to the right from this guy, so I just kind of forced myself into using a smoke.
Smoke screen set.
Which I wasn't necessarily inclined to do. God damn it.
We're hold below the water line. We're flooding quickly. Problem solved, sir.
I forgot the walkie has a smoke, doesn't it? So I don't know where my team went, but they're obviously not over here. I don't... Milwaukee's are kind of... The one thing Milwaukee's... Oh, I'm sorry, I was thinking you, Barry. Milwaukee definitely has smoke. But that ship can kick the shit out of a destroyer. So... There's not much I can really do.
Critical engine damage.
I can't.
Problem solved, sir.
Okay, we'll try this one again. This obviously isn't going to go well.
Engine boost activated.
That was horrible positioning right off the bat. What's the new update? I don't know. Is there an update? Yeah, the torp escape. Do you have early access? No, I don't. I accidentally bought the Turpits, which I refuse to play until they fix it, because it's an absolute pile of trash at the moment. And Scharnhorst. But no, I'm not planning on buying any crates. I'm trying to save up my Thalers for the Koenigsberg camo and potentially the premium. I'm going to see if I can get the premium right before the German battleships launch to get a little bit of a boost grinding that line. I'll cycle back and play that game or that ship again later though. Well, that was just a really poor game on my part. And it all stemmed from that island being on my right. I couldn't play. I should have gone to the left there instead of right, but that's kind of an important thing to keep in mind for any ship, but especially destroyers, and especially early on when you're, you know, scouting caps, contesting caps, capturing caps, whatever you're trying to do. But you can just watch that game again. Like, every single thing I did was what you shouldn't do. I shouldn't have pushed that aggressively because my entire team that spawned by me was not anywhere near me. I can't be taken on in a Milwaukee, which is a extremely dangerous ship for destroyers. I couldn't disengage from that other Acosta or whatever it was because that island was there. What's up, Bodie? You have the Gneiss now? No, I don't. Maybe the ocean map will show up. Yeah. I think I would like playing that map, but I think a lot of people would absolutely hate it. But T-22 is kind of a bridge between those early fun German destroyers and the later ones, which are kind of sonar, bing bong dependent, as none calls it. Sonar smoke combos are really nice. This guy's just sitting here. Gonna try and remain undetected, but oops. We're obviously bottom tier this game, so I don't want to play these cruisers too aggressively.
Smoke screen set.
Nightmare for Atlantic captains. Alright, let's switch over to AP here. This broadside cruisers definitely want to be shooting your AP into them. See there, we're getting decent shots. I'm gonna back up. He does have torps on that ship, and I didn't see him shoot, so it's a fairly decent chance he was attempting to torp me. Arizona has got camo. Now the German smokes, you do have to keep an eye on them. You can see we're already down to 20 seconds, so you can use them offensively, but you do have to keep a very close eye on your smoke deployment timer there. So anyway, it looks like they're giving up on B, so we completed our initial objective. T-22 does have 360 turrets in the back, which is a nice feature of the ship. It's probably one of the only good things about it. This front cannon here has really bad firing angles. Perhaps we'll see that as the game goes on. But you have to be nearly broadside for it to be able to get on target, or it has to be kind of in the front of your ship, so keep that in mind when you're trying to use that one. Take a couple shots here while we got cover and he's potentially in range. And Pensacola spotted us. I'm gonna back up a little bit while he's busy with someone else. Might try an AP shot just to see how it goes. That's gonna pen at that distance. Your AP loses steam as it travels, so you do have to keep that in mind. But right now, I don't think that Pensacola can see me.
Our team has taken the lead.
Alright. So this game's going pretty good. If they can clear that guy out over in the southwest here, I don't think we should have any issues.
Engine boost activated.
This guy's obviously occupied, which is trying to back up and dislodge himself, so not too worried about him targeting me at the moment.
Requesting support.
It's always a little risky to shoot when you're in between smokes. It should always be a consideration when you're deciding whether to shoot or not, especially if you're in open water situations. But again, the situation just kind of lends itself to this guy being busy. T-22, I think a lot of people would probably play this as a torpedo boat. I mean, the guns are alright, but you can see on the map the torpedo launch, you probably got about 1.5 to 2 kilometers more on your launch range than your detectability range on my build, so.
I need help.
What's up, Fisher?
Stone the crows.
Right now, I'm just trying to primarily keep this guy lit. When you're playing destroyers and you're chasing a battleship, like if I'm going in this with the mind of torpedoing this guy, you can see my torpedo range. He's about 3 kilometers in terms of his direction. He's about where the torps would hit him is about 3 kilometers in front of his ship, which means he would be well within my detection range for me to actually get in there and torp him. The more he turns to the right, the more I can potentially consider torping him, but you know, I'm just mainly trying to keep him lit, so if my team wants to actually shoot at him for some reason,
Engine boost deactivated.
they got a target to shoot at. If I go around this island and he doesn't change course, then I'm actually going to be able to torp him and potentially finish him off here. But I could also consider playing C. There's 2 boats over there. I have no support over there, so I'm holding off on that. We're up 2 capture points. We're up 300 points, so I'm not in a rush to capture this one. It would just be icing on the cake. But right now, being up 2 points, what the mindset needs to be is we're trying to hold on to those 2 as opposed to playing really aggressively, trying to eliminate ships, trying to capture the 3rd objective. None of those are going to enhance my chance at winning the game. Just kind of keeping the ship lit and playing defensively is my best bet right now. Unfortunately, I did get detected, so if he's smart, he's going to change course. And someone might be spotting him, so I'm going to try and smoke.
Smoke generator started.
There's that forward turret that I'm talking about. Right now we can't get it on target. He's turning into those, unfortunately for him. It's probably going to mean he's going to die. Alright, so he repaired the flood, so if we can get a fire on him, then
Smoke screen set.
he's going to have issues. Fire chance on the German destroyers isn't that great, but
Problem solved, sir.
in fact, if he turns a little bit more... Jesus, nice shot. If he turns a little bit more, I'm just going to switch to AP and try and hit that superstructure, but I'd like to get at least 1 fire on him. It's a pretty good blind fire shot on this part. Yeah, this guy's legit. I should probably have respected him and not shot. That's gonna kill me, unfortunately. Oh! Just able to get that damage con in.
Problem solved.
I mean, honestly, if you want to play smart and correctly, if someone demonstrates that they can blind fire into the smoke like that and they hit you and they have HE loaded, then I could have considered just stop firing, maybe sailing away before he got closer. But it was kind of a race to kill him before he killed me type of a deal. For some reason our team abandoned A or just got completely slaughtered down there, I don't know which. So, since I'm right here, we're just going to capture C, get some more XP, get some more credits, help secure the win.
I need help.
Yeah, you need help. You're a destroyer, or you're a cruiser against a destroyer. Figure it out. That blind fire was unreal. Yeah, I mean, it's... Well, that just goes to show that you should not be afraid to take those shots. And that is a skill you need to practice because... identifying exactly where they are can be difficult because you have forward and rear turrets and they're going to look like they're firing from different positions. So if you can use that information to, first off, figure out where they are, and then you have to adjust your aim, because if you're aimed and you're not locked in on them, usually you're aimed a little higher and your shots are inclined to go higher than you think they are. So blind firing is definitely a skill that I would work on. But like anything in this game, when it comes to guns, you just got to practice taking the shots, and the more you do it, the better you'll get it. The only way I can guarantee you're not going to get better at any gun skill is by not taking the shots. You're not going to get better at shooting destroyers, either blind fired or not, if you don't take the shots. You know, you're not going to get better at long range shots. You're not going to get better at leading shots, any of that stuff, if you're not actually practicing. So, but yeah, definitely good job on his part. He very, very nearly killed me. I was a quarter of a second away from dying had that damage count not come back up. I'll try one more V170 and then we'll get into the Sonar destroyers, which are kind of the highlight of the line. I don't think you've ever seen someone Zachary with blind firing. Yeah, he did a good job there. Would you recommend buying the turbines? I would once it's fixed. Right now it's an absolute wreck. That it's the easiest tier 7 to Citadel. Like, I accidentally bought it, I think last stream or 2 streams ago, 2 streams ago, and I spent way too much money on it, and I won't even play it right now because it absolutely sucks, so. What's the problem with it is it's sitting too high in the waterline, so it has this turtleback armor over the Citadel, which is supposed to make it extremely hard to Citadel. But they programmed it so it sits so high up that the shots can actually go under the turtleback and then hit the Citadel quite easily. So, as it stands right now, it's the worst tier 7 battleship by far. And no, I wouldn't recommend getting it early. Just continue down the campaign, get as many stages unlocked as you can, and then wait till the campaign's almost over, and then if you're not going to get it for free or just by buying the Admiralty back, and then go ahead and, you know, buy the rest of the stages out. It will be a very good ship once they fix it. And I'm looking forward to playing it once it's fixed. But there's no reason to buy it early right now. You're going to be disappointed in its performance. Tier 6 is no freaking better, the Gaede know. No excuse for sitting broadside and still in the smoke. Yeah, I mean, you're right. But I did, and he countered it properly, so. What do you expect? I mean, he burned his damage count, I got him on fire, which was my goal, and we ended up killing him, so. Complain all you want, none. I'm sticking with it. Again, these low-tier ships are, in general, not going to change their course very much. So we're just going to shoot at them. And I gotta assume that ship torp. Terrible at 4+ kilometers.
Smoke screen set.
Yeah, I've kind of heard mixed reviews on the Gaede now. I haven't played it, so. switch over to AP since he's broadside. We're gonna test that out. Some more torps. We only have 20 seconds left on the smoke, so we gotta keep that in mind. Low tier, I don't think this AP is gonna do much. Alright, I need to. I'm probably gonna die already. I can't even go forward because they keep torping me. But that smoke running out is a major problem. Well, if I'm this bad at low tiers, let's see how the high tiers go. Jesus. There's just some piss poor games in that ship today. Sure hope the Bismarck isn't the same. No, the Bismarck, from what I understand on PC, I think the turrets in the Bismarck have the same range secondaries, which is extremely long. The Bismarck on this game is going to have longer secondaries, at least to start with. Maybe they'll change that down the line. I don't know. But the Bismarck looks like it's going to be a really good ship. The guy was clearly a potato. No, I wouldn't say he was a potato. Well, I don't know. I mean, shooting wise, he did really well. I don't know. Decision making, sailing away. It's tough for me to judge. I don't know. What about main battery dispersion on what? The Bismarck and turrets? I mean, they're going to be poor. That's a highlight of the German, if you want to call it a highlight. That's like a feature of the German battleship line. It's going to be really inaccurate guns. But if I ever get Hipper, I'm planning on giving him a strong look. Right now, most people are planning on using Celiax as their battleship commander, and with Hipper as the inspiration. I can't test this, so I don't know for sure, but I suspect Hipper is going to be the better commander to use. Tend to use smoke to run away. I understand that. I mean, it's not a very good smoke charge for the Germans. You only have about a minute on it. Like I said earlier, I don't typically play low-tier games with an eye of, like, playing them very well. Maybe I should. I don't know. I just kind of get in there and have fun with it. Which is what I kind of view those tier 2 and 3 destroyers as, just fun ships that shoot torps out of every angle. What's my Vanguard build? I don't know. We can take a look at it if you remind me. Yeah, I have all the ships. We're going to be looking at them all today. So the Gaede, which is how I say it. Some people complain about my pronunciation. I don't really care. I'm not from Germany. I don't expect people that aren't from America or other English-speaking countries to pronounce every word properly. It's just foolish. But anyway, I play the 150s on this, which are, you have 2 gun options on this ship. We have 2 Gaedes on their team. So right now, early on, I'm just going to try and spot here and keep an eye on the map for those other destroyers. I don't want to push that far forward to find them because they do have a lot of ships back here to support. Oh, there he is right there. And he's lodged himself. Just gonna go ahead and smoke right now. I don't want to take a lot of damage early on. God damn it, these fucking torps today. Alright. That really annoys the hell out of me when people play right behind destroyers. Like, that guy was trying to torp him the entire time, and it almost killed me. Anyways, these 2 destroyers in their team aren't in a division, so I don't have any reason to believe they're going to be right next to each other. We go ahead and switch to AP. These guns can definitely do some serious damage at any range with the AP. If this guy's gonna sit here broadside like that, we're just gonna go ahead and put some shots into him until he turns. Damn it. So not only is my entire team clumped up, but they're actually behind my smoke, which is preventing them from even spotting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4 guys sitting in 1 grid's worth of real estate. What's the strategic advantage? I don't know. Pronunciation's overrated. Yeah. Shiny horse. T-23 is great DD, or Z-23, yeah. 150 mils on these. My preference. I've heard of good players saying they use both lower caliber guns, higher DPM, but I'd prefer. You're gonna get better penetration and damage values, obviously, with the higher caliber guns. So in my mind, that's just kind of the way to go. I don't know if this guy's engine's busted or not, but either way, his ship's busted. Alright. So, what do we got here? Like, part of me wants to go scout for these guys, but since they're all playing like spuds, then I don't really think they're inclined to shoot at anything I scout for them anyways. What's the semi-white circle? That's the radio location. It's called Twist and Track is the perk. And that'll show you the location of the nearest enemy ship. This guy's not aimed at me. I'm just gonna try and get behind that second island to my right and get some shots into him. Could potentially, if I get a fire, we'll try some AP. It's training to shoot. There we go, we're undetected. There's the fire. It's probably the only shot I'm going to be able to take at him. They got 15k there. It looked like one hit, one, was that an over 10? So, I mean, these guns definitely do a lot of damage, which is why I like them. They fire a little bit slower, but that's an acceptable trade-off in my mind. I have two options. I can either pressure their cap or I can go back and defend our base. I mean, on paper these guys should be able to hold our base, but I have no confidence in them, so I'm just going to go back and support that team, if that's what you want to call them. Yeah, not a great fire chance on this thing, but actually I'd take that back. The 150s have a 12% fire chance, so these are, that's another reason to use these guns. But if I had one fire gun, I'd definitely be shooting APM. Get a little out of range. I can tell we're pissing him off because he's looking for me. Alright. So, actually he's on the cap, so I might as well go support him. I'm gonna block this New Mexico from pushing over there. Like I say, these guys should, I mean, they're not doing anything except for defending the cap, so if we lose, shame on them. Of hearing me push buttons. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably the one thing you can't tell in my normal video replays is slamming the buttons. What commander are you running? We're running Bay. I can show the build again here. It's the same build I was running in my other. So this guy's not even going to attempt to reset the cap? Is that seriously what's going on right now? My god, people, why does nobody give a shit about winning in this game? Like, yeah, I'm gonna just get in the cap and get the XP since they're conceding the game. I was gonna get as close to him as I could and then hold him off, but since he's conceding the loss, unless he turns his guns over here, but he can't spot this ship as long as this guy doesn't fire. Yeah, what a scrubby team on both sides. What's the best ship? I have no idea. They're all pretty good. It's impossible to pick the best one in my opinion. I mean, they all do something differently and they all play differently, so it kind of depends on your own play style. Alright, well, shame on this guy for not even giving a shit. But we'll take the win. They're all trying to do 150k challenge. That could be. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but... Alright. That was really poor execution on everyone involved. The Iowa battleship, I don't know. I wreck Iowas and the Amagi. Well, not a lot of opportunity to get any points there, but I guess we'll take the win. Well, let's take a look at the build again for those of you just joining. So I have two commanders that a lot of people don't have. I have Gurn to enhance the AP penetration. Again, the AP, as you can see there on the 1 or 2 salvos we landed, it's very strong. So I want to do what I can to get those shells to enter the ships. Because, you know, obviously when they pen, they do a lot of damage. Swirsky is the Biscuits commander. So I doubled concealment on this one. If you watch my Tanaka build, you might be thinking, why do I have double concealment on this, but not the Japanese? And the reason this is effective, in my opinion, is because the German destroyers start off with such a poor concealment rating that because it's a percentage-based increase of your concealment, and you're starting with a high detectability, it's cutting into it more than a Japanese destroyer who has really good concealment. So the percentage base isn't as effective. So using both of these guys in conjunction with each other, then you end up with a pretty competitive concealment. I'll just compare the Maass, for example. The Maass on my build has 5.5 C detectability, which is actually better than my Akatsuki. The Z-23 5.6, which is tied with my Kagero. Now again, I'm not doing double concealment on my Japanese, so I could conceivably get that lower if I wanted it to, but in my mind, I'm running these two, I'm about as stealthy as any other destroyer. I don't run camo. Maybe I should be running camo on tier 5 and 6. Let's do that. It's up to you how you want to do it. For me, the IJN, I think the torpedo reload helps a little bit. I'd even put camo on. Oh yeah. Let's put some camo on. Hunter. Look at all these camos. Ah, that's pretty snazzy. Now I'm a real destroyer player. Been run it as a gunboat. Yeah, I run it as a gunboat too, but because I'm running that double concealment, that allows me to get a lot closer. The problem with running this as a gunboat without focusing on your concealment is all the other destroyers are going to get first shots advantage on you. They could potentially keep you at range where you can't detect them, and that allows their support ships to shoot you. By running double concealment, you're able to close in and then use your superior firepower to blast them into smithereens, usually, if you play it properly. This one does have the smaller caliber guns, but very quick firing guns. I mean, we'll see how this game goes. I haven't been playing particularly well today, but if you're playing well, this ship can threaten any other destroyer in the game. I'm not really afraid of any other destroyers in this ship. Nuns, the guy in the chat called None. He calls it Bing Bong, the sonar, but what you want to do in these, when you're fighting other destroyers in these German destroyers, your advantage is using the smoke and the sonar in conjunction with each other. Like, for instance, a Fletcher should be able to outgun the Maass, but if he smokes up, I can close in, use my sonar. I can see him, he can't see me. And if I use my own smoke, same deal. So those two consumables in conjunction with each other are where your strength lays. God damn it, I did not want to use the sonar there. I'm going to attempt my really cheap move and try and torp these guys right off the bat. It works a lot better from the north, but you can actually do this over here on occasion. Depending on where these guys go. I don't think those are going to hit this time. Oh shit, I had AP loaded. Alright. I do want to kill this guy if I can, but it's a really poor start to the engagement. And I can't really use my radar or my sonar right now because I accidentally used it right off the bat.
Critical engine damage.
So it's kind of a really sloppy play this morning. Sorry about that. Try and get undetected before I get wrecked here. I'd like to hang on to my damage. God damn it! I'd like to hang on to my damage con if I can, and let this engine repair on its own. But if I have to use it, I have to use it.
Stations reporting the position of a strategic target. Engine boost deactivated.
Trying to decide if I want to burn a smoke on this guy. My team's doing a good job shooting him anyways. He's turning in. Alright.
I owe you one.
I was considering smoking up and then just laying into him on the AP as long as he was going broadside. We could have gotten a lot of damage, but because he was likely to die anyways, I didn't want to use my smoke if I didn't have to. Yeah, nice shot. Oh, there's Stylo. I was like, why is this dude shooting at me? There he is. I think that Akatsuki bailed. I'm just gonna hold my fire. If I can torp that Colorado without him knowing that I'm... Oops. Sorry, buddy. Let's see, is this guy spotting him temporarily? He might get one shot. Alright. I'm gonna go out ahead and...
Smoke generator started.
See if we can do some damage with the guns here. No flood on that guy, unfortunately. Kind of the one good thing these torps do have going for them is this pretty quick reload. So I could potentially finish the job here. I'd like to get a couple flares going on. I think he does have his damage con. If I can get that nose set on fire, that'd be nice. not doing much damage at all, but if I can get that double fire, we can draw his damage count out. His torps are up. Since he's backing up, we're out of range. That sucks. Ah, shit. Go ahead and disengage if possible. What is this guy doing? Alright. Don't stand still. What's up, Jay? Camo on your destroyer? Yeah. I thought I might as well actually use it since I have several hundred of them. Not gonna hit him.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Problem for me is this guy's sitting here broadside of them A's, liable to get killed at any time, but he's not spotting these guys, so I'm the only one really spotting these guys, so I can't effectively open up on them. Like, if I can get behind this island to shoot them, which is what I would like to do. Yeah, you see, as soon as I get behind here, they're gone, so I guess I'm more valuable spotting for these guys. I don't know if they have shots at them or not. I was not shooting at what I got. And I really don't think he does have any decent shots. But I'm probably most valuable at this point in time spotting for these guys, or spotting these guys. I can't necessarily pressure this cap and capture it right now because I don't have any support. Looks like our guys are doing a pretty good job clumped up into a ball defending the base. So I think I'm going to pressure their cap, see if I can get them to respond. Again, I'd love to be shooting these guys right now, but this guy, I don't think he can spot them yet. We'll find out. Yeah, now I hit up. Shit, the plane got me.
Teammate, I need your support.
Yeah, alright. No comment. Oops, alright. I almost pulled it. You gotta wait until your detection drops down. I almost pulled out while it was still up, which would have let these guys see me, and then it would have been a problem. I mean, they're just gonna back up, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start pressuring their cap. We'll at least start getting some points for being on it. And we're only up one ship, so I don't want to play too reckless at the moment. Once that plane goes down, I can close in a little bit. But yeah, now you can see the Colorado's pulling forward because I'm on the base. He has to start responding to the pressure that we're putting on here. The longer they let me sit here contesting their cap, the bigger the gap in the score is. So even if they even it up on ships, you know, they're gonna have a hard time winning the game because the score is gonna get away from them. If he turns away and runs, then again they're conceding the game. Which apparently nobody cares about winning today, so whatever. And this guy's still not able to spot. But if he's getting shots, then I'm fine just sitting here spotting for him. And he did leave the cap, so now we are... Should work, he gets out, yeah. What's up, Neffy?
Enemy cruiser sighted.
I mean, if the enemy team is gonna hand the games to you repeatedly, I mean, they're only down one ship. And they definitely have time to turn around and try and win again, but For some reason, these guys just don't care. And that's fine with me. I'll take the win if they don't want it.
All stations requesting fire on the designated target.
Just take a look at the map, though. You can see we have 3 ships that have been clumped up the entire game. They have 2 ships from the north that can shoot them, 1 from the northwest and 1 from the west. And you can see they're all angled southwest to northeast. Alright, why they're all angled the same way, I don't know. It's probably not intentional, but because they have 3 different firing angles into them, they can't angle against all these ships. I do have to pay attention to this guy since he is coming in here. This is when I either need the Mayoko to shoot this guy or I need him to start spotting for me. Because this guy can rush me and kill me. He's going to stop the counter on the base. I can torp him now. What's the reload on these things? Maass, reload. Oh, just over a minute, so I do kind of need to hang on to these defensively. So obviously he's just going to rush straight at me and try and kill me. I need this guy to spot him, because I can't really defend myself with smoke at the moment. Alright, he's turning away, so we're going to load up the AP and just finish this guy up as quick as possible. Turning in, we got the switch. I mean, yeah, they got the reset, which is unfortunate, but I can't die to that guy, so... Find out here in a sec if I'm the one spotting this guy or not, but I can't. I just need to kill these guys, because... There we go. Jesus Christ, these guys and their shots today. And you can see on the radio location, we do have the cruiser coming around here to contest the base, so I have no idea where he is being in the smoke. But I can't defend this position by myself. It's... What do they have? I think it's the Mayoko, but I'm not 100% sure about that. That ship can easily wreck me. He gone. I'm trying to say he gone on devastating strikes, but... Yeah, so this is another situation where the radio location comes in handy. I'm just trying to get around this little curve right here that you can see in the smoke. I think he's dead ahead. Who's playing us that? Shit. How the fuck did he get that close to me? Holy shit, man. That was fairly remarkable, to be honest with you. Alright. I was going to say that we might lose the game because of that, but we have these high-tier battleships that have done nothing and have full health at the end of the game. They hit you better when you're in the smoke, I know. I mean, like Nunn said earlier, if you're angled broadside at it, you're kind of asking for it. I can't believe he snuck up like that. That was a skillful use of the enemy's smoke, which is something you do want to look for opportunities to do. This guy's gonna get torped. Is he shooting HE? I'm just sitting here with my jaw like laying on the floor at what this guy's trying to do. They do care about winning. Yeah, this guy does. And he actually, that was a hell of a play. Oh, this guy swung around and torped him. Let's see if he hits that. Got him. Nice job. Alright. Spectate and critique. I mean, I wasn't impressed with what he was doing until I got those torps off, because I thought the other Myoko was going to just torp him. As he sailed beyond, his firing angle, or his launch angle, was like point blanks aimed at the guy, and he wasn't shooting his gun, so why the guy that we were watching didn't get torped, I have no idea. But, whatever. I don't know. Everything that's going on today is just bizarre. We might do one more, though. I mean, the Maass is a very fun ship. These German destroyers do better on domination, and most of our games today have been capture the base, so we haven't really seen them in their element yet. But... Alright. So anyway, Z-23, again, you have the option between the 128s, I believe, or 122s, whatever they are, and the 150s. I run the 150s on these, like I do the Gaede. Brings a reload up to 6.2, which is high compared to, it's double the Fletcher's, its Lightning's 4.5, but your AP damage is 3,700 compared to 2,268 on my Fletcher build. I think it's 2,200 base. HE damage 2,200 compared to 1,800s on the other ones, 1,700 on the Lightning, so damage is there. Again, fire chance monstrous, 12% compared to 9s on the Lightnings, the next closest, and part of the UK destroyer, or the UK ships in general, is their enhanced fire chance. Again, we have another capture the base mode, which is a disaster for this map. And I just poked myself in the eye. So we got Akatsuki, Lightning are the ones I'm trying to look for right off the bat. What I'm going to typically want to do as a destroyer in this mode is sail as far to the wing as possible, scout for these guys. It's possible they're going to refuse to shoot because they're just going to hide behind the island. Looks like this York potentially could try and get in a fire position. This map is just... I like this map if people actually play it well, but it can be an absolute disaster if people are just going to clump in the base because nobody can shoot at each other. And I have one destroyer on my team, 2 on theirs, so I do kind of have to be extra careful. I do have to be careful with this island. I don't want to create the same situation we saw earlier where I had a island blocking my disengagement. He's telling me to get back. Yeah, let's sit in the base. You guys want to see me sit in the base doing nothing for 50 minutes? Apparently that's how you're supposed to play this game. So you can see we actually did outspot this Akatsuki with the build that I have, the double concealment. And did anyone shoot? You 4 guys doing nothing. Did you bother to shoot at the one destroyer that I needed to shoot at? No. You're just going to sit there and tell me to get back. You're on the other side. Well, you should be able to kick the shit out of this team because they're not willing to do anything, so... Good luck, Style. Get back, yeah. What are you afraid of? I mean, I can absolutely wreck that Akatsuki in a gunfight. The problem is I have these ships back there that look like they're actually supporting their destroyer. I don't know what this... I mean, these guys are all just sitting there looking at each other, so I could probably rush this guy. Maybe do the smoke bing bong combo and take him out. I gotta get rid of this Akatsuki. I don't see the Atlanta over here yet. That's the main ship that can absolutely destroy me.
Get back.
Why don't you get forward? There he is. I forgot the range on the sonar, but I think it's about 4.5, so I'm just gonna close in. There he is. Once I get out of view of this Colorado, I should be able to shoot him with impunity. Yeah, so now I'm not spotted. I can keep him spotted. Looks like my team's actually trying to shoot him, which is amazing. And depending on if this island blocks the shots or not, we should just be able to go ahead and wreck him. Shit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit him. Shoot at that thick part of his ship, see if we can get shots. Alright, worked a little better. The problem, I gotta keep this edge right here between me and this thing, otherwise I get spotted. One more shot, guys. Finish him off. He got out of radar range, or shit. This is the major problem. Go ahead and get some torps in the water for this guy. I need him to die before the thing runs out. And no. That sucks. That's too bad. Look at this. Their lightning snuck into the base. Nobody even sees them. I think that one destroyer, or this New Orleans, potentially sees them. Like, I have all these targets lit for these guys. They're not even shooting at them. So, my thought, if your team's not going to support you, then I don't see any reason to support them. They can handle this side on their own. I'm going to go ahead and deal with this destroyer. Make sure they don't cause any major problems. I don't want them accruing a bunch of points on our base. So this is probably going to be a very close match based on how everyone's playing. So, I mean, the longer he sits in there, the more likely we are to lose the game on score. And these guys are lit the entire time. Are you guys shooting at them?
Torpedoes, direct front.
There it is.
Torpedoes, dead ahead.
Iowa's sitting broadside. Look at that shot. Oh my god. Alright.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
I got this, Chief. Yeah, I think they picked up about 40, 50 points just from this guy sitting in here.
Much obliged, Commander.
So what this is doing, if they kill one of our ships, they're going to be way in the lead now. And that's just because this guy's sitting in here uncontested. That New Orleans, who I thought was dealing with him, is absolutely terrified of this lightning, so... Despite having all the tools to deal with him successfully, he chooses not to. The lightning, I think, torped, so I'm playing a little bit loose. If I'm mistaken about that, I might be dead, but... And a gunfight will absolutely destroy this guy.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Oh, he did him. Son of a bitch. Wow. Alright, so I'm looking at the map, seeing which side to support, and nobody is playing anything except...
Teammate, I need your support.
Oh my god. This team is driving me absolutely insane. Yeah, that was close, Toke. Very nice Torvik. I mean, I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been, and had I not heard that beep in my ear, I would have definitely died.
Much obliged, Commander.
Yeah, they're getting absolutely wrecked. I'll bet if we win this game, I'll be shocked, to be honest with you. And here's the deal. Now so we've actually killed 2 of their battleships and the destroyer, which are more valuable than... I don't know. The score should roughly be the same, just based on the ships that were killed, but they're up 60 points. And that was 100% that dude just getting into their cap and causing problems. So now we're down ships. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to try and make a move here. Play a little bit loose. Fuck, I can't get out of here.
Attention, reporting the target position.
We're going to die. I got to use a smoke to get out of here.
Smoke generator started.
Man, that sucks.
Critical engine damage.
Alright. Damage con, I'm gonna light them up here.
Problem solved, sir. Smoke screen set.
I'm not gonna be able to play this as carefully as I want, or be inclined to do. Just we're getting absolutely obliterated on the score, and again, that was just because the team was not willing to contest that guy. And they're not willing to leave the base, except for this one guy who's going up to shoot. He's gonna get smoked. I can't do much damage gun-wise from here, but I can torp this dude. Probably gonna burn anyways. I can't let him kill me, so yeah, we're still down 60 points. 5 minutes left. We're just gonna have to play really aggressively here.
Engine boost activated.
They're on our base now because these guys. Holy shit, man! It's that Akatsuki buddy from earlier. So I gotta get over there, kill him, hopefully before their ships push up. We'll see how far they're pushed up. I have no smoke for 2.5 minutes, so trying to do this by myself, which it looks like I'm gonna have to, is gonna be difficult. Looks like New Orleans is turning around. But based on his track record, I don't have a lot of confidence. See what they're dealing with. They got the Atlanta there. Vanguard's low. Yeah, this is a problem. So to get into the to find the Akatsuki, I'm going to be within about 5 kilometers of this hipper, and he's probably going to kill this dude since he's sitting there broadside to him. Yeah, this is turning into a bit of a problem. Oh, he's one shot. Alright, this guy's broadside. I might be able to do this. There we go, there's a 5K on him. I really could use that smoke right now.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Much obliged.
If you're obliged, help me out, because I'm about to get deleted. Alright. I'm gonna disengage and see what happens with those torps. If those torps get him, is he slowing down? Yeah, he stopped, fuck. I can't effectively deal with this guy with no smoke, and he is... Is he in the base? I think he's just outside of it, but he's in position to start scoring more points here. This guy's horizontal in the canal, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me, what these guys are doing. I'm gonna accidentally get shot by this Iowa shooting at him. This is muy frustrado. We got 2 minutes. We gotta kill this guy, so I'm just gonna have to risk it. If I can get behind that island that's sticking out a little bit, that might help. Again, this is a little bit looser than you're typically gonna want to play, but we do have double fire. That's huge. I like damage con. So U.S. battleships have about a 20-second kind of buffer when the damage con where you can't start fires. We need to kill him, and that Colorado absolutely needs to get out of here. He's gonna die. So I'm gonna have to go defend him, actually. Who is spotting me? Where is this guy? You fucking moron! What are you doing? Unbelievable. What German commander am I using? I'm using Bay. All this guy had to do was not get killed, and we would have won that game. Let's see, and this guy's not low enough to do anything. Oh my god, the teammates in this game are... they're helpful sometimes. This game's rage-inducing. If this Atlanta is dumb enough to pull out in front of me and he's a one-shot with an AP salvo, maybe we can win, but their team doesn't appear to be as in need of assistance as mine was. Big brain tactics. That's why you're taking a break. I mean, unfortunately, there's always going to be teammates that don't know what they're doing in this game. Okay, well, Stylo, you weren't on the other team, you were on my team. Well, you got one of the other kills, so... Alright, that was unfortunate. Yeah, you can't choose your teammates. Whatever. Until it gets connected to your team. I try and not talk shit about or to my team. Once in a while they'll piss me off enough that I'll send them a message, but in general I try and help people in this game because I think that's more productive. If you can help someone become a better player. If I send people a message, sometimes I'll send them a tip to make them think about something. Usually they'll tell me to go F myself anyways, because anytime someone gets a message from someone they don't know, they take it as an insult. You were in the New Orleans? Well, you were the one on my team. I mean, yeah, I thought your support at the end was pretty decent. It was instrumental in keeping me alive, which was helpful. You send them tips, quote unquote. Oh well, that's too bad. I mean, I don't like to talk shit, but I mean, those two ships that sail up the canal is just the dumbest play, because all they're going to do is get shot in the crossfire when they go out the other side. The one guy tried to turn around, seemingly realizing how bad the play was, but unfortunately, if he would have just not gone up there and continued to sit in the base doing nothing like he was doing for the first 10 minutes, we would have won that game. Turn your mic on and try... No, I can't play with a mic. I will get so mad and yell at people when I can't. I try and not do that, so I just never play with my mic plugged in. I mean, once in a blue moon, someone will piss me off enough where I'll get up out of my chair, plug it in, and start yelling at them, but I do try and not do that. That's normally only if people are, like, actively undermining the win. They won't listen. Yeah, exactly. No. I mean, there's really no point in trying to communicate with them. I get, when I played World of Tanks, I'd play with the mic once in a while and try and be a good teammate and, like, communicate and stuff like that. I just didn't. Too often there's people that have their families chattering in the background or stuff that's likely to annoy me anyway, so. I guess in my mind, the odds of you getting like a good team that's going to communicate are so low that it's not even worth trying. But no, I can't be on the mic. Because if I'm talking to them, then I can't talk to you guys. Oh! Wow. Good job. But unfortunately, is he dead? Man, that guy blew him away. What ship was that? I think it was the Iowa. That guy got absolutely decimated. So, I'm gonna push forward. Do have the Sakatsuki there too. I'm gonna try and use his smoke, because that's nice USN smoke. If I can kill this destroyer quick, then we can use that smoke and start bombing on this battleship that's over here. Oops. Ah. Want to shoot at me? The problem is I think I'm the one spotting that ship, but... Oh, it's a Tirpitz. I actually do need to be careful of that thing getting close to me. Yeah, I'm almost out of range. Too bad I missed that point blank shot on the Benson. He should be dead. Oh wait. No, I did get killed. Alright. So, because I'm not in it, I don't get the timer on how much is left, but I think the USN smokes like 2 minutes, so probably got another few salvos we can... Wow. Nice shooting. Bismarck's not released. No, they'll be coming out in, I think, 2 weeks. So there's no way to get the Bismarck. Right now you can get tier 3 through 6 through those German crates if you want to try. Should be tutorial missions, yeah. I agree. I mean, that was kind of a frequent criticism of World of Tanks too. It's not very beginner oriented. Like, it's a very complicated game under the surface. It's easy to just grab the controller and start playing, but that's why I'm trying. That's why I made all those beginner series videos with the goal of just trying to get people the information they need to really kind of take a leap forward. So I know a lot of people watch those, and they are, you know, 5-6 months old at this point. I could probably make them a little bit better now that I have a lot more experience in the game, but I still think they're pretty helpful. I was using a lot of the wiki and game information and stuff like that to make that information, so... I was gonna say I'm about to smoke that guy, but he got torped, so that's fine. What to do? We better go back and defend the base here. I'm actually gonna have to ping the base too, because the weak side of ours is, it looks like 2 of them have died, and one of them's retreating, King George, who's about to die, so we actually have a major problem right now that I don't think anyone on my team realizes, except for me and the King George. Let's get a shot here if we can. This might... Shit. was gonna say I wanted to smoke there, but that King George is the only one spotting. And we're extremely close to losing this game, and nobody's doing anything. So I don't think I could pen this guy with AP. They announced the info on the crossplay. Is it officially coming out? Or is it still in like the planning stages or whatever? Again, we're getting in the same situation where they have multiple ships on that team capturing the base now, which is putting a lot of points in their pocket. We are taking one of those ships off the match, or off the map here shortly, but King George is a massive problem for me. I'm gonna have this Fubuki spotting me as soon as I come around here. I can't use the smoke effectively to batter these guys offensively because I have no one smoking for me. My team needs to start turning around and come back here. This is just really annoying. I do have the one battleship, the Amagi. Actually, I'm gonna try and get these torps in here for this guy. King George is extremely... It's one of the most dangerous ships for destroyers in the game. So if I can catch him... If I can kill him before that Fubuki and I, or Akatsuki, whatever that is, spot each other, that would be ideal. Looks like he's gonna miss those. Fuck. Alright.
Smoke generator started. Critical engine damage.
Looks like it's actually shooting AP, which is lucky. But
Problem solved, sir.
I keep running into this problem today where, and it's a problem of my own making, I keep having these islands blocking my disengagement routes, which is a huge problem for destroyers and something you need to pay attention to. Obviously, it's costing me health, it's costing me lives, it's costing me games so far today. And it's, again, it's my own fault. This guy's closing in on 2, which is the auto protect zone. He doesn't have the mod that auto detects within 3 kilometers, luckily. Thank you very much. That guy just bailed me out huge. Alright. And we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, I thought he was closer. So we're gonna get in Sonar and spot him, but he's actually way out there. What's up, Battlestar? I do have that other salvo. Might as well go ahead and get them in there. So normally what I do when I smoke is pull way back to the far side, because I think what kind of the less experienced play is just to sit where you were last sighted, where the smoke builds, then you just stop as soon as you stop. Kind of the next level play is to move back to where it originated from, and then, you know, there's a lot of mind games involved with destroyer play, back and forth, so. Shit, he got a salvo off. I hope this guy doesn't get wrecked. Damn it. We are briefly up in points, so actually, let's just, we got 5 minutes. I'd say we just sit back here and defend would be the right. Yeah, that torp really saved me, that was huge. Now he's aggressive, I mean, he can outspot these two. Whatever, let's just go push him. I think what this dude needs to do is just stay as far back as he possibly can. Because if he gets shot, we can actually lose the game on those points. So, if he's inclined to play for the win, he can stay as far back, get in that corner way over there, just get out of the game. when you're that low on health late in the game and you're playing capture the base or any game mode, you need to understand that you're probably going to die and you're probably going to shift the balance of the game. So he's turning back. I'm going to tell him to get back. He's going to misinterpret that and not do what I say anyways. But there's no reason for him to get involved, alright? I mean, I understand the Amagi can hit hard, but their Turpit's half health. I mean, he's a potential one-shot. Maybe not to the Turpits. Maybe not to the King George. I don't know. There's no reason for him. What's up, Bane? Thanks for the review on the DeGrasse. 15 Citadels, nice. Yeah, that boat shreds, man. Maybe we can take a look at one of those games here later on. 2 BBs left. This is where DDs shine. Yeah, and that's... You're right about that, but just from playing from a scorer perspective, they can't possibly add any more points unless they kill us. Now, this guy right here seems like he's playing very well, so I'm trusting that he's not going to get spotted by that plane. But for 3 minutes, if I just sit back and not get detected, we win the game, right? What's up, Toxic Beast? Enemy has to come to you now, exactly. I mean, that's what you need to do, is work on understanding the game situations. Like, we've accrued the advantage in the score, so now by pushing into them, we're basically negating that advantage, which is why it's technically a wrong play. But as DDs, I mean, I'm able to manage my own risk here. If I get detected, it's my own fault. And if we could potentially kill one of these ships, because this Amagi, for whatever reason, he's determined to push into them broadside. I don't think either of those torp cells are going to hit him, but like, go away, dude. You know, this guy needs to leave. He's slowing down. Those might actually get him now. Alright. Shit. What's your detection on the Z? I think I got it equal to my Kagero. I got it at 5.6 on my build. I mean, I'm fine with this guy trying to kill him and get more XP, more points and stuff like that. As long as he doesn't get detected and get shot, because if I die or if he dies, or for sure if this Amagi gets shot, we lose the game. And this guy does not want to sit still, so I'm actually kind of starting to worry about him dying. And there's nothing more frustrating than losing a game with 10 seconds left that you were winning, you know, just a couple seconds ago. I'm actually getting very close to getting detected by this guy. I can't tell if he's going in front of that island or not. But, oh my god. This is exactly what I was talking about. Alright. Oh my, detected. Oh, Lord. This is way too hard. Might Meek sneaking. Play once with the lightning. Ah, potentially. Let me go to the bathroom quick. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. No, I mean, and he had a very good game, by the way. I'm not taking it, and he bailed me out 100%, so I'm not trying to get on this guy's nuts at all, but at the end there, all he had to do is not get detected. Now, if he wants to get XP and kills and stuff like that, that's fine, because he has the best detectability on that board. Maybe I have equal or whatever, but all you had to do is not get detected and not get shot, and then he did get detected and did get shot, which could have cost us the game. It didn't cost us the game, which is fine. But then I had to take that risk there at the end of shooting the Turpids. You know, whereas if we wanted, if we were playing for $1 million there, the only option to do with 5 minutes left was sit back in the base or just sail into that northwest corner. That's a guaranteed win. You know, so I don't know. They don't think about winning. Yeah, exactly, Bane. Which is, I get it, but it really frustrates me when we lose games that we shouldn't lose because people are goofing off. There the beer goes. No, this is just a pop. A little early for a beer. How do you make so much money? I mean, I have all the ships unlocked right now, so I don't have any credits or anything to spend credits on. Luckily, the torpedoes hit. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, and we didn't end up needing those points at the end because he didn't die, but he almost died, which made me have to play a lot more recklessly than I wanted to. I mean, the whole thing could have spiraled out of control very quickly. Alright, so here I'm going to stop making the same exact mistake I keep making and keep this island to my left as I turn this way. You know, if I turn in this way, I have better coverage of B. But, again, this big island to my left here would potentially be blocking my escape routes, which has cost me majorly in about 2 or 3 games today, which is really poor play. Not a mistake that I make a lot, but for some reason I keep making it today, so I'm just going to get in here. Again, we have 2 Akatsugis and a Fletcher. I'm not particularly worried about those ships. The Akatsukas I should be able to outgun, and the Fletcher I can smoke and bing-bong them. This Atlanta, though, is a massive problem, and I need to get the fuck out of here. Everyone on this team needs to be killing radar ships. And please, Wargaming, fix the thing where if you issue a command, it doesn't disrupt your turn. Why this guy didn't just kill me, I have no idea, but he can still radar me and get me killed otherwise. I mean, radar ships, priority target number 1, guys. I say it all the time. That guy single-handedly is pinning down 2 capture points. I mean, this guy's just playing with fire. But since, yeah, I think the radar range on that's 8.8. I'd have to check. I mean, they're effectively conceding B, which is why I'm going to try it again, but being within this guy's radar range normally would be a major problem. These guys, none of them are covering B, though, so I'm going to try and capture this one more time. Yeah, see, he is radaring. There he is. Like, tiers 5 through 7, you need to play with the mind of killing your radar ships every time you see them. 100% of the time, they're the most valuable ships because they can kill the destroyers who are the other most valuable ships. Alright. I'm actually going to go ahead and try and take this matter into my own hands here.
Smoke generator started.
There we go. Alright, perfect. So that takes care of the radars. They had lost the destroyer as well.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship.
And we did get B and C, so that ended up working out really well. But again, that whole thing could have gone pear-shaped very quickly because of that. Atlanta just being able to sail in uncontested like that. So, looks like we're even on A, probably going to lose that. I do want to kind of clear this side out over here.
Our team has taken the lead.
Usually if you can clear half of the map, especially if you have 2 of the 3 capture points at that point, then you're going to have a lot more success. So I'm just going to hunt down this Fletcher that's over here. I do have, or could be the Akatsuki, I guess. Libya. Whoever this is, I'm going to use the radio frequency thing and just hunt him down and get him eliminated. That way we can control the left or the right half of the map, and again we'll have 2 points captured, which should allow us to win the game. So it looks like this guy's bailing around this island probably. It's entertaining when you explain what's going on. Yeah, I mean that's what I'd try and do is it adds complexity to playing the game when you're talking over it and explaining, but I know from you guys' perspective it's more helpful if I'm trying to narrate stuff, so. This guy will drop off from detection once it stops moving, but we might actually be able to finish him before then. I think his engine must be busted because he's not stopping as quick as he should be able to. Alright, so now we did what we were just talking about. We have B, we have C, and now we have no ships over here that can contest them. So all we have to do is defend B and defend the eastern half of the map, and this game's over. So again, domination mode, if you play it properly, it's not that hard to win the games. But what 95% of the players are immediately just going to rush into these guys and start trying to get kills, which is fine. You can have fun doing that, but in terms of winning the games, all I really have to do is kind of sail forward. If I can get that Fletcher out of here who's actually killing ships, looks like he's doing a decent job, that would be helpful, but I don't want to push so far into these ships that all of a sudden, if I get detected, now I have 3-4 guys that can shoot at me, because that can very easily lead to me dying, and in my opinion, I'm an important piece to this team's victory, so. Not only because I'm a semi-decent player, but I'm the last remaining destroyer on my team out of 3 that we started with. And destroyers are, you know, they're kind of like, you know, if you view this as like a chess game or a strategy game, they're like the pieces that you need to keep alive as the other 2 pieces, because they can single-handedly win the games for you. They have the most win conditions tied into their gameplay. By the way, those torps are going to miss because he turned. I wasn't... Actually, I'm going to get detected by that guy, which is me not paying attention very well. Let me see if I can get out of this one. Alright. I mean, like, the Scharnhorst from a tactical, we have an Iowa Turbot's a Scharnhorst. This thing matters not at all to me whatsoever. I don't need to deal with him. My team's going to kill him sooner or later just by shooting at him. I do want to find that destroyer, and I do not want to get detected by this guy, because otherwise people can shoot at me. And again, all we're doing right now is holding B. That's the only point of what I'm trying to do. As long as we hold B, then obviously we hold C, because we have to go through B to get to C. And for every 5 seconds that we have 2 capture points and they only have 1, we're increasing our lead in this game, so gameplay's all over the place.
Our team has taken the lead.
This guy looks like he's just sailing along, especially if guys are aimed off at someone else. Now he is slowing down now. You can judge a lot by what people are doing, though, just by taking a quick look at them. If they're aiming at someone else, that means their attention is captured by something. This Fletcher... Oh, there he is. Come on.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
There we go. So that should be the game now. I mean, unless I make a major mistake, there's nothing these ships can do to kill me, so... And if I want to, I can kill them. If I don't want to, I don't have to, you know. But as a destroyer versus a battleship, if you lose that engagement, it's because you made a mistake. And I am playing a little bit risky at the moment, because he is within my detection range. But if I can kill the Iowa, that would be a good thing in my opinion. But you do need to be aware about this. Like right now, if this guy comes around the corner and he'll spot me, he could potentially have HE loaded. He could kill me in one salvo. You never know. So I mean, getting torps in the water to kill him, not as important as staying alive. But it did a fair amount of damage to him. And I'm actually in a position where I might as well see if I can get a... Oh, shit.
Smoke generator started.
I don't think anyone else is spotting this dude. But that fire is nice because he did use his damage con. He is getting spotted by someone. Alright, well, we're just gonna rip him to shreds with this AP then. What you just want to do is just hit right in that superstructure. You can get up to like 5k salvo on this thing. Right about there. I was 4 or 5, something like that. Alright. So we got 2 objectives, solo captures, 2 kills, you know, force this Iowa off, probably gonna kill unless someone else shoots him, which is fine. So I mean, you know, to me that's a good destroyer game now. Is it 200k damage? No. But shell arcs seem nice. Yeah. Yeah, these German guns, I'd say from tier 5 and up, they perform quite well. I mean, that's generally what you want to be doing in a destroyer, though. I mean, they can't possibly win at this point now. So, I mean, if I want to push in and try and get another kill, fine. It's not going to affect the outcome, though, because we already won the game. So that's the German destroyers. I really like this line. The gameplay was a little shaky earlier on, but I think the last 3, 4, or 5 games, whatever they were pretty decent. And we can take a couple requests. I saw one for lightning. We can try a lightning game. Time to stab. Sure, why not? Ooh. No floods. Alright. So that's definitely a strong ship. I mean, I really like the Z-23. Can you play the Koenig? Yeah, in about 2 weeks or so when I get it. Alright, not too bad there, 2,800. A lot of that was the dual solo captures. You know, I mean, those are, I don't know exactly what they're worth. I think they're probably worth about 200 XP each, though. Ubari. The cross. Yeah, let's try this one. Don't have it unlocked. No, I'm not spending any thalers on German crates. There's far too much stuff that I consider a lot more valuable. I already bought the insignias, I bought the promotion orders, I bought the commander crates, And premium time I'm holding off on until right before the campaign ends, so I can use that for the German battleships. And if I have enough money for the Königsberg camo left over, then I'll get that. If not, no big deal. I don't play a lot of Tier 4, but that is a ship that I do like to pull out once in a while. In all lines, what are your top 3 DD? I mean, I normally just like to play Tier 7 mostly when I'm playing for fun, so I like all the Tier 7 DDs. But the German line's fun 5 through 6, the American line's fun 6 through 7. Or, I'm sorry, the German line's fun 5 through 7. American and British, I'd say, are fun 6 through 7, and the Japanese, I'd say, are fun 5 through 7, so. Akatsuki's better in Kagero. A lot of people think that. That's fine. I'm not here to disagree with you. That's not my personal view on the matter, but I think the Kagero's an extremely strong ship, but I understand why people prefer the Akatsuki. And I'm not here to call anyone wrong, because that is an opinion, obviously. What do I want to do here? We got a Tier 5 match. I'm just going to kind of play this one a little loose and see what happens. I mean, probably the smart play to be would be to pull up here. I'm just going to play this as a kiting opening and see what happens. The thing about the De Grasse is it has very nice vertical firing angles. It's nice when you're playing by islands, so you can actually be fairly close to here and get shells over that ridge that you might not be able to in certain other lines. Got 11 sits with the Yubari. Here's the deal, guys. The Yubari is not a bad ship at all, and in fact, I'm sure there's some people out there that love that ship. It's just not, for me personally, my favorite.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
But I guess in my video I was probably a little too hard on that ship. I mean, it can absolutely wreck destroyers. It's extremely accurate because of its modules. It has aiming systems mod 0, which a couple of those, I think the Iwaki and the Abari have it. Oh, this guy's backing up into Queen Elizabeth. They start them earlier and earlier. Shooting at me, it looks like. I see some people complain about this ship saying it's overpowered because of its damage output. You can get absolutely wrecked in this ship. So if you're having problems with the Grasses killing you all the time, just try shooting at them. You can cause a lot of problems for them. Shall rain flaming baguettes. This is, I mean, these light cruisers in general, alright? Here's the whole idea with them. And I know we don't have a lot of high-tier light cruisers. We have the Atlanta, we have this one, we have the Nuremberg, are the only light cruisers currently Tiers 5 and up, which is what I play. Alright? They're extremely weakly armored, which means if you shoot at them, you'll kill them. The trade-off is, if you don't shoot at them and they shoot at you, you will die, because they have the highest DPM in the game, alright? So light cruisers, just go ahead and get rid of them. They're not, it's not that big of a deal. Just got the Jervis. Yeah, Jervis is sweet. Jervis and Lightning are both really nice. I mean, the Lightning, the advantage of the Lightning is it cuts down the torpedo reload by about 40% over the Jervis. That's the one problem with that ship is, I mean, it's kind of forced into the gunboat role a little bit, even though I don't think the UK line is that great at gunboating. I mean, maybe more ooh. Nice tour.
Many thanks. Concentrate fire.
You can argue they're a good long-range gunboat, I guess.
Thank you.
Can't wait to play Lightning. Yeah.
Concentrate fire on the target.
Do you want the Missouri? Yeah, we just got spotted by this DD here, I believe. Sorry, I'm just kind of sailing around, not really paying attention. This guy's beached. Not quite yet. No, he's... Alright. I'll start paying attention. I'm just gonna read in the chat here.
Torpedoes to port.
Did not think he was going that fast. Looked like he was getting kind of, you know, if you get stuck on the islands, you can kind of drag out of it. Ooh.
Enemy heavily damaged.
There we go. And honestly, I don't know how strong these guns are by themselves, because Lemonhead, or whatever his name is, he's got the AP build where you can spec it out to whatever that perk is that like Yamamoto has, and some of those. Oops. It's a damn shame. That ship might have died had I had a HE loaded. He's gonna die anyways. But anyways, I mean, he's got a very good commander build for AP damage, so I don't know how much of this ship's AP effectiveness is due to that commander and how much is due to the ship. I guess we won't know until we get the full line out and test out the other commander.
I owe you one.
So many new ships coming, yeah. And there's lines and lines coming left. I mean, there's so much left to come on this game. They have a Pan-Asian destroyer line. They have Italians that are coming out. They have American light cruisers. They have British cruisers, light cruisers, I guess. Full 3 lines of Soviets. Japanese gunboats. Obviously 3 lines of French ships. You know, there's other little odds and ends here and there. I mean, and they're still adding stuff to the PC. So we'll be getting all that coming down the line. Potentially aircraft carriers, potentially submarines. You know. I mean, this game is still very new. And they're already coming out with quite a bit, so I'm quite excited to see what happens. I suppose we might as well try and capture some bases here. Let's go ahead and get him out of here.
Torpedoes to starboard.
So what? Oh my god, there's a destroyer over there. I didn't even notice. Oh shit. That sucks. That guy damn well near killed me. There's 2 of them over here. He's completely not paying attention.
Problem solved, sir.
Huh, that's unfortunate. Kabuki scum. Just be careful. I'm not sure which one torps. This one. It's not moving like he's torping, so I don't know. Kamikaze. Yeah, we got him on fire. Let's see if he's got a damage con up or not. No, he's letting it burn. But you gotta remember the kamikaze can shoot torps every 5 seconds, so do need to be careful here. really sticky situation. Alright.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
Exaggeration? What was? I gotta see if I can broadside this Pensacola here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Can't tell if he's angling or not. Now he's got it because of those torps. Alright, that was good. I gotta save this Fubuki from himself. He's trying to fight this Königsberg. Be real helpful if he just came around here and captured C, but looks like he's determined to die. Let's see what we can do here. Damn it, that sucked. Man, I'm not getting anything on him. He's torping me.
Engine boost deactivated. The ship is on fire.
Punch him through the nose if I can. Alright, he's dead.
Problem solved,
Enemy
sir.
cruiser destroyed.
This guy's about to kill me. Not much I can do about it. Oh shit, I had AP. Wow. That was lucky. I can get behind this island before its reloads up. I don't think I can though. There we go. Shit! I thought I was stopped. Every 5 seconds, yeah. Well, you get my point. I mean, it can reload every 45 seconds, I think it is. Oh, we got a crack in there. I didn't even realize that. But I don't think we're going to be able to... Yeah, let's see if these guys can pull it off or not. What do we got? Nuremberg, Königsberg, Queen Elizabeth's almost... Nose was peeking out, yeah. I mean, that ship's really glidey. Oh my god. I think we're gonna lose 2 Kraken games today. The DeGrasse is kind of like the Baltimore. It's really glidey where you have to start and stop way before you intend to do so. So that adds to the challenge, which is fine. I mean, the ship's very strong in the gun department, so if there's certain other things about it that are weaker, that's fine with me. Yeah, so let's turn broadside as the shells are in the air. This is another one where if they would just sail away. Let's see what this guy's doing. Oh, he's AFK. I'm just gonna stick around here. Lemonhead Republic Broad. I mean, how this guy's still alive, I have no idea. I think the fact that that ship's AFK is the only reason we're gonna win this. Unless he gets spotted by that other battleship. Whatever, I don't need to watch this. That's just making my head spin. Alright. We'll do one lightning game, and then I think we'll probably have to call it there. having worked for 7 days in a row, I got a lot of stuff I gotta take care of. But yeah, the DeGrasse is absolutely awesome. I mean, if anyone's on the fence about that ship for some reason, don't be. I think it's more reasonably priced than a lot of the premiums in this game, and it's a lot of fun to play on a very strong ship, so... Only reason he's still alive because of Japanese battleship accuracy. No, I don't know. I mean, 12 guns in that Fuso, even if it's not the most accurate gun by itself, if you combine 12 of them, and they were just sitting there sailing broadside to each other. I suspect neither of those players were very good at aiming, but I don't know that for a fact. But in general, cruisers need to be playing against battleships at longer ranges. I see a lot of cruisers rushing battleships for some reason. There's no reason to do so whatsoever. There we got Akatsuki, Benson, Fletcher. Lightning, I don't think, is the strongest cap contending ship. We have the Tirpitz and the New Orleans. I think I'm just gonna sail in here and then swing right out and see if I can get some torps in the water. Nakatsuki is definitely gonna outspot me, and Benson and Fletcher should be able to outduel me, so these aren't necessarily fights I want to be picking. I had a vision on the enemy team. Oh yeah, 3 of them. I think they're all on B, it looks like. Well, let's see if... And they're actually sailing forward. This is a bizarre division. Rarely do you see Iowas do what they're doing, but... Alright, so here's what I should have been doing the entire time when I was busy running into those islands. You need to plan your escape.
Torpedoes to port.
Shit.
Smoke generator started.
As long as my team can keep this guy lit, I can
Smoke screen set.
bomb on him. And I do have sonar on the ship as well. I think it's about a 3.5 range, I can't recall. What did we just hit? Because that guy was a one-shot. I'm extremely confused. I don't think our radar... Oh! I don't think our sonar can spot that guy, but at least we're spotting the torps. And he's still in the cap. I think we have 2 destroyers over here, though, because we only have 1 other ship spotted here. That Benson was, like, really, really low on health, and I hit something over there, so... Either I hit the Benson and it bounced, which I frankly don't think is what happened, or there might be another destroyer over there as well. There it is. There is another one.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
But he's full of health, so I must have bounced on that Benson earlier.
Concentrate fire on the disc. Generator started.
Interesting. Is this guy backing up?
Smoke screen set.
It's so adorable what these guys do sometimes. This guy is torping me though, which could be a problem. I didn't turn far enough. Ugh.
Hull breach. Taking on water quickly. Problem solved, sir.
Alright. So I said I don't really want to duel destroyers in this, but it's unfortunately what we're doing here. Yeah, the New Orleans is dead, so we did get the side, actually. It was a little bit more rough and tumble than I was planning on.
Our team has taken the lead.
We got 2 of those Iowas in B. Alright. The game ended up being kind of a rout. I mean, the key to the Lightning and the Jervis, you do have 6 smokes, and you just... I don't think we'll be able to demonstrate it much in this game, because it's ending rapidly, but
Victory is in sight.
as long as you have another ship on your team that can spot, you can plop down a smoke, fire for about 50 seconds, 45 seconds, whatever it is, stop firing for 10 seconds. You have a 15-second gap between your smokes, so essentially you have like a moving smoke cover that you can kind of just reposition. And as long as you're not shooting in between your smoke coverages, you can absolutely whittle people down. And mix in the fact that you have very quick reloading torps, at least how I have this set up. You know, I think it's a 45-second reload. Let me see what it is. Torps. 80 seconds. So, I mean, compared to the Jervis, which is 117, I mean, that's a lot quicker, and that's more on par with the other destroyers, except for the Fletcher's got about 103 seconds. The other ships at this tier all have something in the 70s, at least on my builds. So, yeah, I mean, Lightning's an awesome ship. Best destroyer killer in your opinion? Yeah, you're right about the forward guns. I don't know, I think if I played myself in a Z-23 and in the Lightning, I think the Z-23 would win more, but it might come down to play style. I don't think I play the UK destroyers as well as I possibly could. I don't know, it's an interesting argument. I mean, they both have sonar, obviously, hydro. German's is more effective, longer range. British is a lot longer lasting. So, I don't know, they're both solid lines, there's no doubt about it. It's turning. Right as I shoot, you turn. And he gets blasted. So, that's a look at the Lightning for you. I mean, again, that wasn't my game plan. I was initially just going to try and scout C and then probably move on, but because that Benson was charging in aggressively and someone was spotting him, we were able to kill him. And then the Akatsuki or whatever that thing was right behind him. Shoot or shoot not. I farted, yeah. I mean, they just need to get rid of this thing. Like, there's so many good commands that I would like to have, like, launch your goddamn plane, you moron, or destroyer, why are you hiding behind the island? We need you to scout, you know, things like that. Instead of, I don't even remember what they are. Neptune's bid. Like, I understand some people thought that was funny the first time they heard it.
Much obliged.
I understand there's a lot of people that thought it was funny the first 5,000 times they heard that, but even the people that were spamming that for months on end seem to have moved on. So, my recommendation would just be to get rid of that stupid one that has all the, you know, the insult one or whatever, and put something useful in there. Alright, so I don't know, that was a... Oh, the Caboose, he's in our Discord. I don't know if he's watching right now or not, but good job in the turpits there. So yeah, that's it. Anyway, guys, I do have to get rolling here, so I appreciate everyone tuning in. Again, if you don't mind hitting that thumbs up button, that would help the stream when it gets into the replay status. And, yeah, I possibly will stream on Saturday. I'll see. I might be able to cook something up. I don't know. So keep an eye out on that. But anyways, I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see y'all later. Alright, peace.